In a small village deep in the African wilderness, where the sun scorches the earth and the nights are cold and dark, there is an ancient legend about a hero named Sundiata and his journey to save his tribe from a dark curse. The village of Ndomo has lived in peace and harmony with nature for generations. The elders of the village say that since they can remember, their ancestors have ruled over a fertile land where rice fields and fruits flourish all year round. But that happiness did not last forever. One day, a strange shaman named Nzinga appeared. He carried a dark power and demanded that the villagers worship him as a god. But the villagers, with their pride and faith in their gods, refused. Enraged, Nzinga cursed their land, turning fertile fields into barren deserts, withering trees and turning the water in streams into blood. Fearing Nzinga's power, the villagers decided to abandon the village and seek new homes. But whenever they tried to cross the village's borders, they were hit by a terrible sandstorm, as if the land had been cut off from the outside world. They were trapped, living in fear and despair. While the village was haunted by the curse, a boy named Sundiata was born. From an early age, Sundiata was different. He had eyes that shone like stars and strange powers. His mother, a shaman respected by the villagers, believed that Sundiata was sent by the gods to free the village from Nzinga's curse. As Sundiata grew up, he began to feel his own power and determined to confront Nzinga. Before his mother died, she gave him a necklace made from the stone of Mount Waken, which was said to contain the power of the ancient gods. She told him that only when Sundiata found the last stone to complete the necklace would he have the strength to defeat Nzinga. Legend has it that the last stone lies in the heart of a mysterious forest called Umkomas, where few survivors return. In order to find a way to save his tribe from the dark curse of the shaman Nzinga, Sundiata was determined to leave his village of Ndomo and head into the dangerous forest to find this last stone. Sundiata set out with a determined heart. To reach Umkomas forest, he had to cross barren fields and dry rivers, the result of Nzinga's curse. When he reached the forest entrance, Sundiata immediately felt the difference. The air was as thick as a fog, and the sounds of the forest seemed to be muffled, leaving only the rustling of leaves and faint sounds from afar. As he entered the forest, darkness enveloped him. Umkomas forest was unlike any forest Sundiata had ever seen. The tall ancient trees, with roots jutting out like giant snakes, emitted a strange, green light. Sundiata knew he had entered another world, a place where time and space worked on their own terms. The deeper he went into the forest, the more challenges Sundiata encountered. Ferocious wild beasts that had never seen the light of day rushed to attack him. They were not ordinary creatures, but cursed souls, transformed into monsters under the influence of dark magic. During a confrontation with a pack of blood red-eyed wolves, Sundiata was pushed into a trap, causing him to fall into a deep pit. He thought he would never be able to escape, but then a mysterious figure appeared, helping him escape from danger. It was a forest spirit named Mabali. Mabali revealed that the last stone he was looking for was not just a stone, but also the embodiment of the heart of an ancient creature, trapped in this forest for thousands of years. Finally, after overcoming all the challenges, Sundiata reached the heart of Umkomas forest, where the ancient creature that Mabali had mentioned was hiding. It was a giant black lion, with eyes that glowed like flames. The lion was not just an ordinary animal, but the spirit of an ancient god, cursed and trapped in this form since ancient times. Sundiata knew that to get the last stone, he had to fight the black lion. The battle was fierce and long, with each attack of the lion carrying terrible power. But Sundiata did not flinch. He used his wits and agility to dodge the attacks, gradually wearing down his opponent. But the battle was more than just physical strength. It was also a battle of wits between the two sides. Sundiata realized that the black lion was not his true enemy, but just a victim of the curse like himself. In the decisive moment, instead of delivering the final blow, Sundiata dropped his sword and held the completed necklace in front of the lion. The last stone, the lion's heart, immediately glowed. and merged with the necklace. With this act of compassion, Sundiata broke the curse, freed the black lion, and completed his power. With the completed necklace in hand, Sundiata returned to Ndomo village. On his way back, he felt a change in the air. The trees began to green again, the streams flowed clear. When he arrived at the villagers welcomed him as a hero, and deep in his heart, Sundiata knew that the real battle was still ahead, the confrontation with Nzinga, who had brought pain and suffering to his homeland. Nzinga, realizing that Sundiata had returned and brought with him superior power, knew that he was the real threat. He appeared before Ndomo village more terrifying than ever, in the form of a tall man, but with a distorted face, with bloodshot eyes and a hideous smile. He surrounded himself with a dark aura. The battle began as Nzinga threw out waves of magic, creating raging winds and black lightning that threatened to destroy everything in its path. The ground beneath Sundiata's feet shook, but he did not flinch. Sundiata raised the completed necklace high, from which a powerful light emitted to directly confront Nzinga's dark power. The light from the necklace, containing the power of the gods, and the pure heart of the black lion, blocked Nzinga's attacks. The two powers, one from darkness and one from light, clashed violently, creating waves of energy that spread throughout the land. The battle between the two enemies lasted for 3 days and 3 nights, shaking the entire land. With the necklace complete and his courage unrivaled, Sundiata pierced Nzinga's heart with his magic sword. When Nzinga died, the cursed land began to revive. The trees grew green again. The water in the streams became clear, and the rice fields bloomed again. But the price Sundiata paid was his own life. When the sword pierced Nzinga's heart, the curse finally claimed the young hero's life. The villagers buried Sundiata on Mount Waken, where he had drawn his power from the gods. The village of Ndomo, after years of being trapped in darkness, finally found light again. From then on, Sundiata became an eternal symbol of courage and sacrifice.